we are getting into our upper semifinals. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have, for the first time in this event, we have the Mexican Terran player, currently teamless, but still one of the best players, of course, in the world. It is SpeCial. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Taiwanese Protoss, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. SpeCial is going to be starting things off with a bang. We do have an SCV out on the map, getting ready for the proxy right next to the turtle. Feels good. Feels good. But we do have a proxy being set up here from our Terran player. And Nice back at home is a little bit wary. He's going to be checking the most standard locations. He checks the linear third base location, and now he's going to be heading towards the center base location as well. These are typically where proxies lie, so SpeCials will be hidden. Will remain hidden while Nice moves out. Bearing in mind that it's only a single Rax being proxied by SpeCial, only one SCV, so not the most committed opener here from our Terran. As a probe is coming in and does confirm that the Rax is missing. Now, for all Nice knows, the Rax could be further back in the main, it could be at the natural, it could be at the third base as well, so this doesn't mean it's being proxied. And again, it's nothing too fancy with this, like there's no tech lab, there's no proxy marauder, it's just a Reaper. This is a way to get momentum early on, to maybe get a couple of probe kills from SpeCial to gain an early advantage. But Nice is taking this seriously. Got a Zealot on the way that is going to help buy time for the eventual Adept or Stalker. Oh, and speaking of Tech Lab, speaking of Marauders, we are going Proxy Reaper into Marauders. Reaper has arrived, is going to be dipping into the main base. Dancing with these probes. Zealot is going to be buying some time, and so far good control out of Nice. He hasn't lost anything yet. Up! Oh, the one probe does survive. Oh my god. Very nice control here from Nice, but can he keep it alive? No. Live, Poppy, live. As Nice will maintain control of his main base. There's that Stargate follow-up as well. Reaper will escape, and there is Concussive Shell on the way. Now, I'm really curious to see what unit comes out of this Stargate. If it's an Oracle or a Void Ray, then we're fine. If it's a Phoenix, then I'm going to be concerned. Oh, as Nice is across the map, he confirms the lack of add-ons, confirms the lack of additional Starport or CC. He should realize something's wrong. He should be able to piece it together. Marauders are moving out. As they move out, the Adepts are moving in. The wall is not a wall. I guess it kind of is. But things are about to get awkward. As the Marauders have appeared, there we go. We're going to be chronoing out that Oracle. Nothing at home to defend for SpeCial. Oh, but this Hellion is going to be the biggest blow here to the economy as 2 probes go down already. This is becoming a bit much. Boys are being pulled to repair. Now, with the arrival of this Oracle, we should at least kill the Hellion. These Marauders are quite tanky, though. Now we are up to 3 Marauders. Yeah, Void Ray is on the way. Hellion does go down. The Marauders, they take down the pylon. They're going to be threatening the main, the natural base. And Nice has to come back home. Yeah, just the pylon. No. Okay. As the Void Ray comes out just in time, is going to fend off these Marauders. The Adepts are going to be able to clean up what little is left. And Nice does hold on to his natural. Meanwhile, SpeCial is still contained to 1 base, but he's building up Cyclones. Double factory. Oh, we're seeing a variation of mech. Mass Cyclones are going to be coming out from SpeCial. Rax is floating back home. And Nice is in a really awkward position. I do think that Phoenixes are going to fare better against this when it comes to crowd controlling these Cyclones and shutting them down. The first 2 Cyclones are on the way. We have 2 more behind this. Marauders are coming into play as well. SpeCial just sending everything out. Just a bit of a... I don't even know if I want to say kitchen sink, but like Cyclone Marauder. Let's go. Stasis Trap is about to pop off and does catch both of those Marauders. Good start here for Nice. Cyclones are coming in. Above the arrival of these Phoenixes, yeah, we can shut them down. One Cyclone and then the other, but good lock-ons. Oof, good lock-ons. They take down the Void Ray, and SpeCial is having his way with this. And the lock-ons are just becoming a bit much, but there we go. We do split up the army, and Nice cleans this up. Oof, just barely. These additional Cyclones are arriving, and Nice is bleeding out a bit too much without energy to lift up any of these units, and Nice, he can't really tango, he can't really contest against these Cyclones. He needs more Phoenixes. Meanwhile, SpeCial is getting his third base on location. He knows he has map control, he can get away with this. Oof. As it looks like SpeCial has overstayed his welcome and will be losing every single one of his Cyclones here across the map. One of them will survive. I appreciate that SpeCial even lands this Rax as well, just to cause a little bit of chaos, just to mess up the AI. Oof. While SpeCial just continues to rally across the map. It does feel like SpeCial is fighting on a knife's edge. Like if he does ever overextend, then it may just be it. May just be over, just because of how expensive these losses have been. As he's just producing 3 Cyclones at a time. We're not even in the new patch, by the way. This isn't even SpeCial's final form, as he's just continuing to just pump out Cyclones. Back at home, Nice is getting to a 2nd Stargate. Immortal production. Third base is getting saturated for both players. This mass Cyclone army is pretty terrifying, to be honest. I don't feel like Nice can really deal with this, but here we go. He does push on forward, picks up whatever he can. Boys are being pulled to repair. More Cyclones are coming out, and it does feel like Nice has overextended. He's going to be losing every single Phoenix. Bar 1. Good juggling from Nice, though. Oh my god. Up, he's barely holding onto his units, barely saving those Immortals. But I spoke too soon. Here come the reinforcements, and they get both Immortals in the end. Nice, he's being pulled apart. Spread too thin. Oh. It's getting scrappy, Papi. As SpeCial is down to only a handful of units, but he has an economy. So does Nice as well, but as you can imagine, it just takes far longer here for the Protoss player to rebuild and remax their army. He's got a gateway explosion on the way, but it may just be too little too late. A couple of Cyclones do appear. Okay, the game is going to be settling from here. We're up to 4 factories producing. We're about to have 6 factories. Oh my god, Nice. He's taking the gold base. I love that we're working towards additional gateways, towards charge or even blink. Nice, he's still in this. He is still in this. Oh my god. And there it is. Charge is going to be the take of choice. Not blink. Makes sense. Just because we're working towards the gold, we need to spend our minerals in some way. Gas on Phoenixes, minerals on Zealots. Scan will reveal the second Stargate as well as +1 air attack that's being researched. SpeCial is aware. And he's committing to Mass Cyclone. Just pure Mass Cyclone. There's no finesse to this. There's no... I don't know. There's no like tanks to support or Hellions for run-bys. We have a couple of Widow Mines, which will help against the Phoenixes. I do appreciate the addition of the Widow Mines. We're leapfrogging forward with turrets as well. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go, nice, just rushing on forward into range of these turrets though. The turrets, they're going ham. And it looks like there just isn't enough here to support these Phoenixes. The Phoenix count gets completely reset, and that may just be too much. Nice, something within him just forced him to pull the trigger, and it was too soon. As nice, he loses all of his Phoenixes, he loses his Zealots. SpeCial is going to be able to take this game. At this point, things have snowballed out of control. I do like the direction that Nice was headed. Unfortunately, because of this goal-based location, he had to fight. He had to engage. And he is going to get cleaned up as a result. GG gets called, and SpeCial with Mass Cyclone is going to be taking game number 1. There were some moments for Nice. There were some moments for him, but alas, they were few and far between. And I don't blame him also for not having a proper response to what was happening, just because SpeCial, this is such a quirky playstyle and such a quirky build that I'm sure Nice hasn't really gone up against it before. So, didn't quite know how to approach it and how to engage. GG. SpeCial does take game 1. Does take the first game. And from here, we're getting into game 2. Getting into game number 2. Sorry, I was just catching up. Just catching up with the chat. Oh, good. Gah, papi, gah. Exactly. So heading towards that second game. And again, like, I do want to believe that Nice can kind of bring it here to SpeCial, but SpeCial is just such a quirky player. He's so offbeat, so off balance. Can be a really difficult player to read, and we'll see what he decides to whip out here in game 2. As spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player representing himself up 1-0, 1 game away from advancing onto the grand finals. It is SpeCial. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. And this time the Rax is back at home. I appreciate it. This time the Rax is at home, not out on the map. So Nice will have a little bit less to worry about as things got very chaotic very early on. To wind it back, of course, SpeCial, he went for a proxy Rax into Marauders, and things got, yeah, very chaotic from the get-go. Well, Nice is going to be scouting that center location for proxies before moving out across the map, and trying to get a read on what's going on, and he will come across the Rax of SpeCial, thankfully. We'll be coming across it. We'll be confirming that everything is back at home. Everything is as it should. You know. Hello, Pikachu in the chat. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. You're an animal, Pikachu. You're an animal. We did just get a replay redemption in the chat as well. Cast my replay. If you're in our Discord server, then you can post your replay there, Pikachu, and we will cast your replay after the tournament. Aye. What are we getting ourselves into? What are you showing us, Pikachu? What's going on? I am concerned. Usually people don't redeem replays unless for good reason, and usually it's for nonsense, Bobby. It's for nonsense. I'm ready for it. Until then, double gas opener, so we're going to be going for a Rax into Factory, into CC, and Nice will see most of this. Does confirm the delayed CC of his opponent. Meanwhile, the Reaper is going to bypass this natural base, slip into the main, gets a probe kill before dipping on out. Especially gets into the main as well. He already gets a probe. We're going to have to count. No WCS game high, but 2 probes go down. And what do we see? We see a second factory. He's doing it again, Papi. There we go. Magfield accelerators are on the way, and we are getting into continued Cyclone production. Because of course we are. And now the question becomes, over the course of this series, can Nice figure out how to approach this? Can he figure out a better response as the first Phoenix does dive in, does confirm the Cyclone, does confirm a second factory on the way, and now Nice is fully aware that this is going to be the same composition as Game 1. Now, unlike Game 1, this time Nice, he already has a head start when it comes to Phoenix production. His first couple of Phoenixes are on the way. He's getting into Robo as well. This should not be for Colossi. Hopefully he doesn't blindly go into Phoenix Colossus. Colossi will not do, they will not fare well against this kind of army, especially with SpeCial being in his face. First Cyclone has arrived. First Adept is going to be focused down. Shield Battery will keep it alive though. Nice is holding. There we go. Immortal production has commenced. There's a bit of an Artosis pylon. We do have an overcharge available just in case. As SpeCial does land at that Rax in the face of his opponent. Does attempt to. For those wondering, the way this works is the Rax actually does pull aggro, so there is a benefit to doing something like this. You see this a lot more often in TvT with proxy Rax builds, but this does tank shots. If Nice does like a move and doesn't target fire. So there is value in this. As the Rax is already taking a lot of hits. Cyclone count slowly getting higher. We have turrets on the way as SpeCial's committing to this bush. There's no third base behind this. Oh, he does get a Phoenix. Bay on the way. I'm not too fond of this. I think I would have preferred double Robo even. Or just a Twilight Council. But yeah, the lock-ons are just becoming too much. Everything is going down. One after the other. The gateway units fall. And these lock-ons are they're a little bit disgusting. Overcharge gonna keep what it can alive. We have more shield batteries on the way, but nice. He just bled out so many units. Now he's gonna commit. Oh god. But for every cyclone he takes down, he loses a Phoenix. Expensive losses here for Nice. And SpeCial is snowballing out of control. This is becoming too much. The Stalkers go down, the Phoenixes as well. Yeah, and you can see that the shield batteries, they can barely keep these Immortals alive. I'm not too fond of this. We have a Disruptor on the way. It's gonna help against the turrets. I don't see it connecting with the Cyclones. We have a tank rocking up as well. SpeCial just containing his opponent. Locking Nice in. Yeah, and just everything is melting. All things are melting. Nothing goes off, and it will connect with a Cyclone before going down. GG gets called, and SpeCial will take the series at 2-0, advancing on into the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Now imagine that, but with the new Cyclone. Oh no. Not like this, Papi, not like this. As yeah, SpeCial, he does advance on to the grand finals in a 2-0 fashion. Very strong showing, and I do think that again, Nice is just unfamiliar with this playstyle. He's unfamiliar with this build, and I do think that Feast Colossus or Phoenix into Robo into Bay is not a good enough reaction to this. It may just be worth diverting attention to either a second Robo for a double Immortal production, or a faster Twilight Council to rush into charge. I do think that charge lots and Phoenixes would fare better. It's what was almost working in game 1, but at the same time, it was just a really awkward game in general. And GG. GG, well played. We have our finals. We have our grand finals. Let's go. Let's go.